Hi, good morning. It is April 14th, Thursday morning. It's beautiful and sunny here in the state of New Jersey. And I am Miss Paula, blogging for NuSplash. I am here today to talk about another interesting topic, and I am sure that it'll be a little controversial. A lot of the things that I talk about are things that happen in my life, so I'm really an open book. I'm very transparent. I believe that we all human beings have a connection through the experiences that we go through because a lot of the times we go through the same things or similar things or know people that go through these things. So, my question today to you is, what is the deal breaker in your marriage or in your relationship? Really, your marriage. Marriage has a little bit more of a serious bond sometimes than should have more of a serious bond than, just the relationship. So I want to know, what is the deal breaker in your marriage? I was married and I am now divorced, and a lot of people hit my inbox or they want to know from me what happened. What ended your marriage? Are you, available to talk about your divorce? And I usually am. I'm usually don't have any hangups about talking about it. There was a time, and at the time that I was going through the motions of, things not going right while still in the marriage. I did not want to talk about it. I was very embarrassed and just very ashamed about what had happened. And then you grow out of it, and I, go into telling you. The deal breaker for my marriage was not cheating alone. It was not maybe not being a good provider or protector, all of those things. And those are the deal breakers in some relationships. But for me, my husband had a child outside of our marriage. Ooh. And yeah, at the time, it was devastating. I did not want to face the world. I didn't want to talk to my mom because I didn't know, if she would ask, where is he? And he was hardly around at that time because we were going through what we were going through. So that became the deal breaker. I did not leave immediately. Um, I did not. I did not leave my relationship as soon as I found out. He actually, told me about it, and I stayed maybe like 2 years after the fact, and but in those 2 years, I have to be honest, I had already left in my mind. Like, I had already started developing a plan, and I'll tell you what the plan was. I went back to school for my master's degree, and I went back. Really, I went back. I always wanted to go back years before this, just to become sharp, just because I really started developing a love for business, and I wanted to be the smartest one in the room when we're talking about different aspects of business. So I really went back for that, but this really did it. This was like, no, you have to go back. So I went back to school because I said, if I'm going to be a single mom, I'm going to really have to be able to have a good enough income that will sustain me and my two boys. So that was part of my plan. Then I was like, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to get fit and I'm going to be fabulous. But I really, overall, the health, if I'm going to be the sole provider, I want to be as healthy as I can be. Okay, so these two things were at the top of my list. And I started working those things in my mind. That's why I said I was already gone, because I started working that plan. I went back to school and started working out like crazy. And the relationship just ended up just unraveling and falling apart because of that. I could never accept the fact that he had a kid, another kid outside of our family. And if you're not going to accept it, my belief is just that you need to let it go, because that child did not ask to be here. So you can't expect that. It's like a double-edged sword. You can't expect that he's not going to take care of his child, because who wants to be with a man that's not taking care of their children? But at the same time, you're taking care of that child and you're taking resources outside our home. I didn't ask for that, so no, she had to go. And that was my deal breaker. And today I am divorced. I'm a single mom. I am have to be honest with you and say I went through some of the hardest hurdles in my life from that point of finding out on until very recently, just finding myself again, reinventing myself for who I was, my new life. the going to the next level. I now have another company since then. I did obtain my master's degree since then. We moved out of the place that we lived in, me and my children, and we now live somewhere else. Just a whole new energy, and I have a whole new life and a whole new respect for life. And things that I thought I could never do, I've done. I never wanted to be a single mom. I don't know if anyone does, but I never wanted to be a single mom. But I found my strength. I found that I can do it, and it's just been an amazing journey. It's been really, really hard, and it still can sometimes be really hard. There are certain people in my life that if I didn't have them in my life, I don't know. I believe God gives you people so that you can cross these bridges and hills. But you have to be willing to cross the bridges and hills. And you have to be willing to face those fears like I did, like the single mom things. Like, you just don't know. I would lay in bed at night like, I can't do this. But I did it. So I just want to know, what is your deal breaker? What is the one thing that you're just like not going to do, and you're really going to stand by it and say, no, I'm not going to accept that. That's just not what I'm willing to compromise. Talk to me. Let me know. As always, I encourage you to go to our website, NuSplash, NuSplash.org, and see all of the vlogs and news stories that we have. We are always so very blessed just to connect with you and have this dialogue and have this time with you. So make sure you respond, leave some comments, and let's talk about this. Let's put this on the table. Have a great day.